Introduction. Imagine meeting two strangers. One is wearing a clean suit, smiling confidently and speaking calmly. The other looks nervous, avoids eye contact, and speaks with hesitation. Without knowing anything about their lives, who would you trust first? Most people immediately choose the first person, not because they're actually more trustworthy, but because the human brain loves shortcuts. Every single day, your brain processes millions of pieces of information. If it carefully analyzed every person you met, you'd never make a decision. So instead, it builds quick predictions. Sometimes those predictions save us. Sometimes they completely fool us. Today, you'll discover the hidden science behind these instant judgments. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at first impressions the same way again. Section 1. Your brain is built to judge. Quickly. Let's go back thousands of years. Imagine you're walking through a forest. Suddenly, you hear something moving in the bushes. Your brain has two choices: spend 5 minutes analyzing the situation, or instantly assume danger and run. Our ancestors who reacted quickly survived. Those who waited too long often didn't. Even though we no longer live in the wild, our brains still use that same survival system. Today, the danger isn't always a wild animal. Sometimes it's another person. When you meet someone new, your brain silently asks questions like, can I trust this person? Are they confident? Are they a threat? Do they belong with my group? And it tries to answer all of them almost instantly. That's why first impressions feel so powerful. Your brain believes it's protecting you. But here's the problem. Fast decisions aren't always accurate. A confident scammer may seem trustworthy. A shy genius may seem insecure. A kind person may appear cold simply because they're nervous. Your brain doesn't always seek the truth. It seeks speed, and speed often creates mistakes. Section 2. The halo effect. One detail changes everything. Now let's explore one of psychology's most fascinating tricks. It's called the halo effect. Imagine two people walk into an interview. The first arrives well-dressed, smiles naturally, and shakes hands confidently, immediately. The interviewer starts assuming they're intelligent, responsible, and capable. But here's the twist. None of those qualities have actually been proven. One positive impression has simply spread to everything else. That's the halo effect. One good trait creates the illusion of many other good traits. This happens everywhere, at school, at work, on social media, even in relationships. Someone with confident body language often appears smarter. Someone with an attractive appearance is often assumed to be kinder. Someone who speaks clearly is often believed more easily. But confidence isn't always competence. Appearance isn't character. And a great first impression isn't proof of a great person. The smartest people know this. Instead of trusting first impressions completely, they stay curious, because real character reveals itself over time, not in the first few seconds. Section 3. Your appearance speaks before you do. Now here's something most people don't realize. Long before anyone hears your voice, they've already noticed your posture, your facial expression, the way you walk, and even how you dress. This doesn't mean expensive clothes make you a better person. They don't. But your appearance sends signals. Imagine two job candidates with the exact same skills. One walks in with wrinkled clothes, slouched shoulders, and avoids eye contact. The other stands tall, looks organized, and smiles naturally. Who do you think will seem more prepared? Most people will choose the second candidate, not because they're more qualified, but because the brain connects appearance with reliability. That's why psychologists often say, people don't just hear your message, they see it first. So if you want people to judge you more accurately, make sure your appearance reflects the respect you have for yourself. Section 4. Confidence changes the way people see you. Here's an interesting truth. Confidence is contagious. When you believe in yourself, other people are more likely to believe in you too. Think about a speaker walking onto a stage. If they hesitate, avoid eye contact, and apologize before they begin, the audience immediately senses uncertainty. But if they stand calmly, smile, and speak with purpose, People naturally pay attention. This doesn't mean pretending to be perfect. Real confidence isn't about acting superior, it's about being comfortable with who you are. Ironically, the people who constantly try to prove themselves often appear less confident. The people who remain calm usually seem the strongest. Remember, confidence doesn't guarantee success, but a lack of confidence can stop people from ever seeing your true potential. Section 5. Your body language reveals more than your words. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'm fine," while their face clearly says otherwise? That's because people trust body language more than words. Crossed arms, constantly looking away, fidgeting, or avoiding eye contact can send signals you never intended. On the other hand, relaxed shoulders, a genuine smile, steady eye contact, and open gestures make people feel safe around you. Here's the important part. Body language isn't about acting, it's about awareness. When your words and your actions match, people naturally trust you more. And that's one reason first impressions become so powerful. Sometimes, without saying a single sentence, you've already communicated an entire story. Conclusion. So, what have we learned today? The truth is, people will judge you, not because they're cruel, but because that's how the human brain has evolved. In just a few seconds, your appearance, body language, confidence, and behavior create a story in someone else's mind. Sometimes that story is accurate, but many times, it's completely wrong. That's why you should never let a first impression define your entire opinion of someone. Give people time, observe their actions, because character is revealed through consistency, not through a single moment. And remember this: you can't control every opinion people have about you, but you can control the signals you send to the world. Walk with confidence, speak with honesty, treat others with respect, and most importantly, don't become someone who judges others before truly knowing them, because the strongest minds don't jump to conclusions. They seek understanding first. Powerful life lesson. First impressions may open the door, but character decides who gets invited to stay. So the next time you meet someone new, take a second look. You might discover a person completely different from the story your brain created in the first few seconds. Call to action. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the hidden psychology behind first impressions, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more psychology, human behavior, and self-improvement videos every week. And before you go, tell me in the comments, have you ever been judged unfairly, or have you ever realized your first impression about someone was completely wrong? I'd love to read your story. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and remember, understanding people is the first step to understanding yourself.